Alexa, turn the light off. Checkity check. What's up, Cutie Beck? What's up, Chucky? What's up, Allie? Yo, Monster Pete, what's happening over on YouTube? A trail! D&D in the name here for the D&D day. The D&D drop day. Zach Bonifer. Kill Appeal. Austin in the house. What's happening, brother? Long time no see. It is 10. Let's do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you now? Turn that music up slightly. Y'all let me know if the levels are good. Do have a free NFT for anybody who's interested. Exclamation point free NFT in the chat, or every once in a while it'll come up. That's on Twitch. I'll get that copied over onto YouTube as well, so our YouTube friends can partake. You just have to have a wax wallet. Super simple. What'd Austin say? Missed your face. I feel the same way about you, sir. Am I going to see you at San Diego Comic-Con this year? I hope so. We're not that far away, man. We're pretty close. Pretty close. Oh, the YouTube chat is right here. Bam! Posting. Bam! And can I pin it from there? I would think so. And pin. Look at me. I haven't done that in forever. I hardly ever remember to do those steps. Fourth curator. Hola. How are you now? 7 messages, man. Dang, look at y'all. Look at y'all. Monster Pete over on Twitch as well. Thank you. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I just noticed that is a little too low. How come it's not moving? Oh, it's in a problematic place. Why is the arrow key not doing anything? It's supposed to maneuver that image around. I had some fun with ChatGPT, if you guys can't tell. It took a lot of iterations to get there, but I think that's a pretty good, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And y'all always make fun of me if I don't put enough gray in the beard, so I leaned into it and put more gray. See, it doesn't match. It doesn't match. That's not that gray, but y'all will tell me I missed the gray if I didn't do it, so I'm doing it so I don't have to hear it. You guys try to keep me honest. My beard is not that gray. I keep forgetting to send the NU newsletters. I need to send those. I would have went platinum blonde out of spite. You know, I do things out of spite from time to time. Far too often, I think. I'm working with ChatGPT on several stream overlays doing an 80s pizza thing. Oh, dope. TMNT-ish? Or just like pizza parlor? I like the idea of like a Pizza Hut from the 80s, man. Like you have the leaded glass lamp or whatever you call that overhead light, the table light. Have some, if you had stuff behind you too, if you're using a green screen, you could put like some arcade games behind you. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what you come up with, Cal Laird. I'm really struggling with the art on ChatGPT. Fourth curator, you tell me. I haven't been able to test it myself. It's always better for y'all to test. Exclamation point free NFT. Artist versus AI. You know, this is the thing I don't want to get into too much, but I see AI as a tool. So as an artist, and I do a lot of my own artwork, and I'll always come clean and tell you guys this is AI, right? I'm not capable of this level of art, but this gives me a good starting point to learn from. There are things about that I want to change, and I may very well go into Procreate, redesign this, start to make it my own. I believe AI is a tool, and I think if you're going to use AI to create art and put it out in the world, you just have to be forthcoming about it. I think you tell people this is AI art. I am using AI, and then if people still want to be upset, well, that's certainly their choice. I wouldn't want to lose any friends over it. I don't believe in pretty much anything except maybe God to that level where I would lose friends over it. But to make people more efficient. I think that's certainly one way it's used. Yeah, like people say we're losing a lot of jobs to AI. It's also going to create a lot of jobs. And I know we can't fight it at this point. It's out there. It's in the world. People are going to use it, whether you like it or not. And to stand on your laurels and say, well, I refuse. You don't have to use it, but it's going to hurt you. Whereas if you learn a little bit about it, you may learn, maybe if as an artist, you never use it to create art, but you could use it to take your art and make multiple formats and sizing in one step versus 20 steps. Maybe you could use it to do automated processes that you find yourself bored in doing over and over again that are art adjacent, but don't replace you as an artist. I think that kind of stuff. I can see in my head what I want, but don't have the skill to design it myself. There you go, see, right? I also don't want to pay to have it done. So there's where it comes in for the artists feel, well, I'm out. Now you've cut me out, and it's going to happen. Big companies are already doing it. People are fighting as much as they can to say, Coca-Cola, you made a commercial with AI. You took jobs away from artists. Maybe they did. Maybe they also created jobs for people that know how to use AI to make the commercial in the first place. Takuma says it allows us to train algorithms instead of training our brains. I have nothing against AI, but we deserve to treat ourselves better as humans. I want to know more about that thought. I don't quite follow. And again, no, I would not. This is not a fight. This is a conversation. I would like to know more about that thought process. Maybe not right now, but at some point. We do have something pretty big to get ready for. It's been 84 years, 3 months, and 29 days since we last had a Funko NFT drop. I don't know if you guys remember the Funko NFTs. They sell packs and you open them, and then you might get a legendary or a grail. If you get really lucky, you pull that grail. If you get moderately lucky, you're gonna get yourself some epics to create a royalty set. Do y'all remember how to do that? How to do royalty sets? I worry about the youngins in school using it because exactly that training our brains point. That is a valid conversation. That is a valid concern to have, but I think we have to be realistic too. They no longer teach our kids, here's math, you'll never have you won't always have a calculator around. They don't do that. Now they're like, here's the math, learn the basics about it. Also, you're gonna be using a calculator. Here's how to use your calculator to solve this mathematical problem. I think that's where we're gonna get to. Hey, you can certainly go into oil painting and drawing, and you can learn, like Procreate is a tool that old artists might think is cheating because you can erase in 2 seconds. Maybe they see it as cheating. But anyway, I think we might as well teach our kids that AI is out there and how to use it and how to not abuse it. I think those are important things. Callard says, saw Mission Impossible Final Reckoning last night. Oh, man, I am so excited. We got to wait till the 23rd. You're lucky you got to go see it early. I hope it's everything you wanted it to be. Don't tell me if you didn't like it. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Agreed. Takuma says, Misty, we need to focus more on critical thinking versus training AI. I saw is one of the tech CEOs who was saying basically AI's coming, get ready for it, just accept it. But he also said we need to train people to think about how to use the tools that are in front of them, because that's not, there will always be those tools. That's not going to change. We don't train kids for AI. We train kids to use tools, and AI is the current tool. And I think that makes sense. Alex 21R, hey, hello. What is your opinion about today's drop? We're going to go into that right now. It's been 84 years, give or take. Yeah. 10 years from now, most people will visit an AI doctor. I think very possible. I have seen Idiocracy. I'm pretty sure it's a documentary sent from the future, using AI to create it so it looks like a young Luke Wilson. But finally transfer Freddy as Grimlock. Wait, what? What's that is? What did things? Deal? What say? A security check when filling out the form for the free NFT. That is new. Don't care for the story. I watch those movies for the stunts. Talking about Mission Impossible. I'd say it's an even balance for me. Both are important. But I'm with you. I think you could watch just those scenes and still love the movie. Oh, the Sully on the bottom right cover is awesome, and I also like the Nerd Unite. Thank you. So AI, playing with it, learning it, having some fun with it. Not capable of that level of artwork, but I'm working towards it. My hoots are getting closer and closer to that. Completely drawn from scratch in Procreate. And if you look real close, if you look real close, I did not just steal the ampersand, the and sign. Instead, there's a hoot and cows play in the logo. What do you think about them apples? Hope you guys dig it. Why is Control Z not working? Supposed to resize that back on my last step. Okay, well, we'll just do that. Chuck, children need to be taught to use the tools as well as to be better people. We should focus on teaching them humanity and humility. I 1,000,000% agree. I think what we're teaching in school needs to be altered to teach basic human skills like, yeah, humanity, humility, common sense. You can't train it, but you can emphasize it. Training basic how to be a human being in life and treat each other with respect, manners, basic etiquette. We should teach balancing a bank account and the terrors of credit cards. We should teach just basic taking care of yourself skills, how to cook basic meals, how to iron, how to do your laundry. Like, sure, parents should be part of that, but I think it would really help if the schools leaned into it too. Python 25, what's happening? How to apply for college. That's a big one. How to get grants and scholarships and the whatnot. AI is the internet. In its early years, it would be stupid to ignore its presence. I 1,000,000% agree with that. Nephew Blocks knows you were trouble, Nadu, says Misty. AI, I will say, is Tom Cruise looked old. Oh, all I will say, we were so AI talking. He finally aged. It just happened in the last few years. He finally aged, but he's still running. As long as he's running, those movies are making money. There's a great image or infographic somebody created about how much Tom Cruise runs in a movie versus how much the movie makes, and there's a direct correlation. The more he runs, the more the movie makes. So until Tom Cruise stops running, I think we're golden. I love the story just saying, even if it's not the best, the stunts save the movie. Agreed. I like that. Yep. Walking Miracle says, the hoot and cows play. Wow, fancy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Basic computer stuff, I think, yes, teach that in school. Hey, teach passwords. This seems like a silly thing, but mom and dad are going to teach, most likely, make a password. Make it something you can remember, use it on all the sites. Whether or not they say that, that's what's going to happen. We need to teach passwords. Here's how to create a strong password, and don't use the same one on every site. Be smart about it. Save yourself. Be careful. They taught all that stuff and then took it out. Right? right? I feel bad for anyone whose initials are AI with all this anti-AI hate. Yeah, I think I'd change my name. Albert Impossible. My name was Albert Impossible. Chuck says, OMG, so much running. Right? Natty, remember when everyone was saying the internet is going to be bad for us? AI is the new topic. It's always, what do we hate now? I think AI helped us supplant, is that the right word? Start to ignore the NFT anger. We went to AI anger. Valor and Vellum told us that in a chat one time, and I thought it made perfect sense. And what's the next thing? What's the next thing that's going to take over as what people are focusing their anger on? Break free of the matrix, or in time, become an agent. Ooh, I love it. God. Those theories that we are living in the matrix, there's something to it. Allen Iverson, that's a better use. Yeah, there's AI. I mean, to be fair, I didn't like Allen Iverson. I thought he was a cocky SOB. But, you know, who am I to talk? I couldn't play professional basketball. Shalom there. I love when Weird Al, the singer, comments on tweets and things that talk about weird AI. Oh, I didn't know he did that. That's funny. AI anger sometimes overlaps with the NFT crypto anger. Yes, it does. I personally don't like AI NFTs. I see them and I'm like, cool art. I'm not gonna buy it. I just saw some that I really wanted to get into, and then I realized it was all AI art, and I'm like, nah, I don't really want it. I kudos to them for figuring out how to make the thing that they wanted. Looks really, really cool. But I just feel like I want to support projects. Now, support projects where there was an artist behind the art, right? But also, I like the gaming part of the whack stuff. If there was a game like Twitchy Tides, and none of the Twitchy Tide stuff is AI, by the way. I would play a game if the NFTs created to play the game were made with AI, because I see that as more of a utilitarian thing. It's a tool within the game, not the game itself. I like that. And I say that because I've been thinking about this a lot. I want to create a game, and I'm most likely going to lean on some AI art for it. But I also would like to hand draw the art. So if I can figure out how to do that, I will do that. I'll draw it. See? And that's your line, and it's valid. You can have your lines. You can have your reasoning. You can have a conversation about how you feel about things. But I don't think any of us need to lose friends and have full-blown arguments over the use of AI and NFTs. And like one of the things that does really piss me off to no end is these people when somebody posts about a project and is like, and I did this recently, I was like, ooh, Topps, I love what you're doing with these cards. I would love to see these in digital as NFTs as well. And then one of the first comments from somebody who actually follows me was, don't do the stupid digital thing. Hey man, no one's holding the gun to your head to buy this. You can delete your comment, you can unfollow me, and you can take your opinions elsewhere. I don't want to fight about it. Oh, when you see something you don't want, no one's forcing you to buy it. So you can keep your commentary to yourself. It's pretty easy. I think I found my way in Comic-Con. The Navy is looking for volunteers, just have to work a 3-hour shift and then get the rest of the day to enjoy the con. Do it, yeah. The volunteer program for Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, from what I understand, is pretty good. I've talked to a few people who have done it over the years, and they, you put in a little time and then you get to wander the con. I think it's a great way to get on. You should absolutely, I hope you get picked. McD, if someone's losing friends over AI opinions, that's more on them. I've lost friends where I wasn't the one causing the loss of the friend. Former Funko employee that I used to work with has decided we're no longer friends because of something they assumed I knew, and I didn't. I didn't lose that friend over something that we had a debate on. They made a decision and left me as a friend, that sucks. So stupid. Isn't the first and won't be the last stupid thing I do. This is Chuck. Oh, totally agree, McD. And makes me, wonder why was I friends with that person in the first place? The signs were there. I still would have been their friend though, even with those signs. Even if they'd come to me and said, I heard this about you, I would have talked it out with them. We would have been fine. We would have been fine because it was a misunderstanding. But they didn't give me the chance. Takuma says, as a content creator, artist, and creative, it's an insult to our creative nature to allow AI to reheat our artistic abilities and feed them back to us. Ooh. I gotta read that again. As a content creator, artist, and creator, it's an insult to our creative nature to allow AI to reheat our artistic abilities and feed them back. I don't think I understand the AI to reheat thing. I think I know where you're going, but I don't fully understand it. Peking talked to an enforcer at PAX this weekend, and they also enjoy the work a bit, then go to the con perks. Speaking of PAX, totally unrelated. I found this game, and I want to try it on stream. It's called Goblin Town, and the reason that reminded me of it, Peking, and here. The reason that reminded me was they apparently had a really cool. Here's a trailer for it. Why is it zoomed in so much? But it's perfect because it's right in the trailer. How weird. Yeah, watch this. I think you can see everything on here. It's called Goblin Town, a really hard driving game. It looks insane. Apparently it's Web 3, which I don't understand. I couldn't figure out what the tie-in was to Web 3. But at PAX, they had a full-size box truck like this, like seen in the game here, kitted out. When you open the back door, an attendee of the con could get up in there and sit there and play the game. Like in this, it looked like an old jalopy beat up, pieced together out of stuff from the dump. Crazy cool setup that they had, hand built by the team that created the game. I think there's something to this. The art on it looks amazing. The game looks like fun. It's early access right now on Steam, and this is the Epic Store. I'll drop this for anybody who may want to check it out. It looks pretty cool. I'm thinking about playing it on stream at some point. I just don't know when I'm gonna have time to get it set up. But Takuma says AI sands the web and uses the knowledge to create images and text-based responses based on what it studied from the web. Yeah. AI is a black mirror. Oh, and you're not using that as the name of the show. I see what you did there. Pretty funny. I mean, not funny. Pretty true. Pretty enlightening. Yeah. All right, gang. Let's talk about the drop for today. Somebody asked me what I thought about it. Let's get into it. Let me fix I don't know what the zoom is going on here. Why it's all of a sudden gigantor. That's so strange. I didn't change anything. So let me fix this. This is the stuff that I don't like spending my time on, but is necessary. Like, why did it all of a sudden change? I can't reload that. I'll do fit. And if I do fit, that means I gotta recrop everything. Stretch. Nope, now it's just jacked up. Oh, there we go. Fill. Fill work. Not P-H-I-L, F-I-L-L. Yeah, we're golden. That's perfect. Okay, somehow that got changed. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons drop from Funko NFTs from Droppp. So it's overly complicated thinking about it today as I wrote my tweets. It's a Funko NFT, but you have to go to a website called Droppp. And if you're a new user and you don't understand this, that probably seems weird. Just like going to buy baseball NFTs, you got to go to Candy. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not an exact correlation. It says we can join the queue in 8 minutes. That is the pre-queue. I've often said that it should be called the pre-queue, not the queue, because that just gets you in early to wait with everybody else. And it's like that first room that you go into in the Haunted Mansion tour where the ceiling goes up. This is the pre-queue. Then the actual ride is going to be the next part, is the queue that starts at 11 a.m. Pacific. It's now 10:20 Pacific. It doesn't matter what time you get into that queue. You can get in there in 9 minutes or 8 minutes and 22 seconds, or you can get in there in 28 minutes and 22 seconds. And then when 11 o'clock hits, they're going to spin everybody up, flip everybody down, oh no, and then they're going to put us all in there at 11. We don't need to know how it works. Let's just scroll down and get some more information. There is a good look at the Grail. It is a glow-in-the-dark of that crazy cool looking demon in pop form. I love it. I love the glow-in-the-dark. Very cool. You get a little peek of the Grail back behind it. I noticed right off the bat, and maybe I'm one of several people that did, because I actually care about the NFTs. There's a lot of people that only care about the pops. Look at the card design. For the first time that I can remember, since the early pre-days, there's a border change here that incorporates the kind of the style of Dungeons and Dragons, but also Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna look in just a minute. Maybe now the borders are more consistent with and the art is more consistent with the rarity. That would be really nice if they fix that. I think they've gotten better at it over time, but the font across the middle with the name is different. I think it's very cool. The Kid Kuma universe has its very own inner story AI named K. Oh, you're leaning into it. I love that. Universal Ghost, what's happening, baby? Hope this does well today. I feel like everyone is broke from all the events, buying Rocky Moto, Thrill Joy, and Fun Days tickets. I wonder if it will hurt the sales. They very well could. I was going to talk about that, Peter Corns, because not only do we have those things at play, on the flip side, apparently, there's a lot of people that got those credits from the TMNT physical pops that went out. This is something that's being talked about in the Discord per Tanner. I'm not over there myself. Again, I don't like Discord. He's over there doing it, looking at it, and telling me that a lot of people are sitting on those credits. They got $75 per box that was damaged or wouldn't shut. Can't believe they got paid $75 because of a box that wouldn't shut, but they did. And they've got that burning a hole in their pocket, and they want to spend it. So some of the people are talking about buying packs today, using the credit, and then flipping those. To get some money. So we may see some packs on the market for people to get that USDC. Walking Miracle says, I worry about the lack of momentum. They don't have much of any of the moment feels. Well, one of the key things is, and we always talk about this, is if we jump over and we look at the Funko accounts, has Funko even told everybody about this? Let's see. There's Fun Days, Andor, fantastic. Andor's amazing. More Fun Days, Funime. Do we see any conversation, reveal, share, anything about Dungeons and Dragons? Nope. Nothing. Not a single thing, unless I missed it. Not a single post about Dungeons and Dragons on the Funko account. Mind-boggling. What the hell is going on over there? It makes zero sense. If you go to Droppp, by the way, the reason it matters, Funko, 1.1 million followers. Go over to Droppp. 14,000 followers, I think. 14K. I was right on the money. There you go. They've posted about it multiple times, but look at these interactions. 2,300 views total. 10 likes, 2 comments, or 2 retweets, 1 comment. They post about it several times. That's you can't have a great product and not tell people about it. It's insane. I try to always say I'm not harshing on them. I'm not mad at them. Whatever. I just don't understand the thought process here. I do not understand the thought process at all. Like, why are you not advertising? If we go to a Dungeons and Dragons official account, their partner on this. Is there? I'm sure there's a Dungeons and Dragons Wizards of the Coast, right? 777,000 followers. Is there any mention of the Funko NFTs here? Nope. Yo, SDME, what's up? It makes total sense. And influencers didn't promote it, and they don't work with me. They won't reach out to me and do anything with me. So can't help them. Not enough people around that care anymore. They probably don't even have a social media staff at this point. I agree. I mean, that we've seen some people, but I don't know if they're still there. They just did another round of layoffs here recently, apparently. So don't know. Here we go. RC Biggie over on YouTube says, I have $150 credit and passing on this drop, and it's hard for me to pass on any NFT, but this one I didn't really like, not even for the free, kind of. Fair enough. You're holding on to that. That's real money you can spend. Instead of leaning into this, spend it, and then make it into USDC, which you could if you had a Grail or a Legendary from a previous drop that you wanted to go after. You could use those funds to do so once you converted it to USDC. But I'm with you there. If I had the money, I'd be like, let's see what else you got in store first. I can come back and get these later. They're probably not going to be expensive. Yeah, I could come back. But here we go. Let's look at the pack counts. 17,000 standard. 15,000 premium, same numbers, same price, basically the same percentage chance of pulling stuff. These pack counts are a little high. I mean, Funko got at one point up to like 50,000 on one of the DC drops, and that was insane. These are just a little high, I think, given the license and how the last one performed. It was pretty good, but was it good enough? I would have gone more like 15, 12, I think would have done better. I'm anticipating like a 20% burn. 20% burn on this one is what I'm thinking. Let's look at the physical collectibles. Here, the Revenge thinks the Dragon, which we'll look at in just a second, will be $60 plus. Well, I'll go ahead and fast forward. The pseudo Dragon. Junior since 82, I think these look cool and I might want them. I've had such bad pack drops of late. I'll just buy them on secondary. You know, there's several approaches you can take at these, and I think that's a smart move. If you're not concerned about the royalty, and you only want one or two of the legendaries, just save your money, don't buy packs, buy those. I think that's a smart approach. I think that's totally fair. It works currently. Now, if we ever got to a point where they were so saturated and so many people interested and ripping all the packs, 100% sellout, the secondary market starts to jump pretty high, it makes more sense for you to take the chance. But it doesn't right now, because you know you'll be able to pick these up for 30, 40 bucks-ish, somewhere in there. Only 2,000 more premium packs from Series 1. Yeah, I think it was the wrong direction to go. I think Series 1 did sell out. I'd have to look back and see. We could look at Pop and Stock's website. But I think just the temperature of everything has changed since then. Hey, Sully, did you see Fun Days tickets are on sale? Yeah, I can't go. I can't afford a second trip to California all of a sudden to go to an event that I don't think is going to have the real bones of what Fun Days used to be. I don't know what to expect or what to tell you guys to expect for this, but I wouldn't expect Fun Days treatment like it used to be. But if you're going, I hope you have the best time ever. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you go and you get an amazing box of fun, and that you get awesome protos, and maybe even they did some even cooler things. I don't want to poop on anybody's parade, you know? I hope you have a great time. But for me, it's not in the cards financially. It did sell out, says Dougie Fresh. Nadu asked how many epics. We're going to get to that in just a minute. The queue, that's the pre-queue that's open right now. Yep, good luck on that. You can get in there anytime between now and like 10:58 a.m. You're fine. There's no reason at all to rush in there. I'm not quite sure why everybody's so concerned about it every time, because I constantly point it out. Same with the max 120. Don't know. Find out when we get in there. The only good argument I've heard is, hey, I only have one card. So that does matter to me on what the max is. I personally go in there and I find out when I get in there. That's me. All right, let's look at the pops. The Orcus is the Grail, glows in the dark. We've moved the glow in the dark down here. For the first time ever, we got this little D20 included, this little tab. You can't see it right now because of where that's on the screen. There you go. Got this little D20 included, because with each pop, there is a D20 die in there. You can't see the blister pack in there, the blister packaging. So that just looks like it's a sticker or something, but it is in the package. The Orcus looks amazing. There's the Grail NFT for it. Notice the gold. It almost looks like a sports card in one of those slabs with the magnetic corners, but you've got gold with a gold trim on that Grail. Then you also have gold for the legendary, the pseudo dragon, which some of you said you think is going to be real hot. 1,800 of those, D20 included. You got the what is it? You guys told me the other day. Like, I say Huiblix, but I know that's wrong. From Dungeons & Dragons, glow in the dark as well, D20 included as well, 1,800 pieces. That's a very cool looking pop. I love the kind of oily, filled at the top to more clear, transparent lime green and clear at the bottom on that base. Looks super cool. What a great mold. The Mimic, this one's going to be hot. It's different than the Mimic boxes that came out. I thought it was going to be the same mold. I was absolutely incorrect. 1,800 pieces on that. Very cool looking pop. I would love to add that to my collection. I think that's a very cool. And if I got that, I think I might go back and get those previous Dungeons & Dragons Mimic boxes. I always wanted one, but I didn't get one. Then we got the Death Tyrant, which looks like that thing from... I did it again. Big Trouble in Little China. I wanted to say Showdown in Little Tokyo, but love that movie. Love this design. I'm sure Big Trouble in Little China stole it from Dungeons & Dragons. Got the die, glow in the dark, so cool. And then I was kind of interested or surprised to find this out, but apparently people don't care about this Freddy Funko. They think it's kind of bland, kind of boring compared to the others. They're not excited about it. So I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna do it today. I'm not rushing after the epics today. I'm waiting. Unless they get down to like $2.50, I'm chilling. I'm waiting, because I think that now one of our strongest indicators of how a drop is going to go how the packs are going to go and how the epics are going to go for the royalty is the commentary on Instagram. And in fact, we could... we got to look up Droppp on Instagram because Funko's not advertising their own product. 16,400 followers. If we look at, there's not a lot, but this is the first announcement here. No, there's the first announcement. This one did not show the actual, or did it? This was the first announcement they put out, so it didn't have the mold. So let's skip over and let's go to this one that did show. Did it? No. No comments. I guess 6 comments and 2 comments. So I guess most of the commentary is actually happening over in Discord. But let's see. Grail is awesome. So I guess at this point, people had seen the leaked images. Grail's awesome. So will we be able to receive the physical pop by the end of the year? Thought it would be in 2026. A fair question. A good question. Can't wait. Love the molds. That's good. How about shipping out? Okay, that unrelated. They don't understand social media. Let's go. I might try. Droppp isn't very good to me, and rare. So your RNG luck is not good. So we would have to go to Discord for more. But that commentary is a really good indicator of how things are going to go. And the royalty is not sitting high with the majority of people, which works to my advantage because I want it. I like all the Freddy Pops, and I think long-term it has a value because of who the character is. So I'm going to go after it, but I'm going to try to get it at the best possible price, which means I'm going to wait until it gets down. If it gets down today to $250, I'll grab them. If not, I'll watch it over the next couple days and see what happens. Punked, we can look there. Yeah, I don't expect much because they have so few followers and so few, so little engagement on their posts, which is a reason to be concerned. In my opinion, for them. Let's look here. Look, one comment. I wouldn't be surprised if it's somebody from our community being nice. Oh, yes. I like it. All right. I like it. Let's be encouraging to those who do comment. Interesting. Reply AZ. Some sort of automated account, I assume. And then we got this one. There's like no commentary here. So most of it's over in Discord, and I'm not going there. I'm just secondhand. I'm taking the information from Tanner and some others. I think what could be done if you could truly measure sentiment, which usually requires human interaction, so you can figure out sarcasm and things like that. But if you took the number of positive comments versus the number of negative comments versus the number of neutral comments, and you gave it a score, and we've talked about a score before, scale of 1 to 10. Where does this one lie? You can see a direct correlation between that score and how many packs sold. A direct correlation between that score and how the royalty did. There's going to be some fluctuation, but I think it would be pretty accurate. And this one, my guess on a scale of 1 to 10 is sitting around like a 6, maybe? I might be being a bit generous, and specifically on the royalty, it's sitting at like a 4. You tell me if you think you've seen different. But that's like one of the only indicators that we have. People really like the legendaries and the Grail. They don't seem to like the royalty much, which was what I was focusing on. McD says, holy cow, the Festival of Fun royalty is $9. Wait, well, what? Wait, where are we at here? Hold on, let me pop out of here. You just threw my thought process, but I want to be part of it here. Festival of Fun, $9 right now. You can pick up on that one. Are you kidding me? And it doesn't, no, the coins, you're talking about the coin, right? You're talking about the coin? Let's look. This is interesting. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go catalog. And then, where did you get that? Where did you say $9? Yeah, I don't, you're not right. You may be talking about completing a royalty set is $9 if you looked on Pop and Stock, but that's because this one's already in the coin form. It's okay, McD. It's okay. No. Oh, okay. Yeah. You were confused about where it was in the process. Yeah. I mean, it's cheap, but you don't want to pay that $9 for it right now. You want to buy the coin. It's okay, McD. No worries. Yeah, Punk. It's. Look, I don't want to harsh. It's people work really hard on this stuff, and I have known some of the people involved here, so I'm not trying to talk crap about them. They are limited by bandwidth, by internal instructions, and like what they've said is their priorities. I've been part of it, so I understand. They're limited by funds to buy ads to promote these things. This channel with 14,000 followers is a drop in the bucket to what it should be if they want this project to be successful. And I'm not saying they're doing a bad job. Make that very clear. You can take my words out of context if you want, but this is here forever on YouTube. They're doing a great job with what they have available. If Funko truly put a focus on this from the top down, they would be spending ad dollars. They'd be working with more influencers to get this out there. They'd probably, I hope, be pushing on the licensors. In this case, Dungeons and Dragons, which is Wizards of the Coast, which ironically, I think Hillary works there, former Funko employee. I don't know if she had anything to do with this at all. I doubt she did. But if I were her, I would have been over there been like, hey, we could reap the benefits of promoting this on the Dungeons and Dragons account for Droppp. And by simply a retweet or posting about it, Droppp would have gotten more followers because there would have been a whole slew of Dungeons and Dragons fans. And I imagine there's a pretty good overlap of Dungeons and Dragons fans with tech savvy people who also like NFTs. Sure, there'd be some hate from some, but I think there's a pretty good overlap, and that might have increased the following here by a few hundred or a few thousand people. Imagine if they did that with every drop where they worked with the licensor and said, we're going to do this thing, but we need one post from you when we announce the drop and one post the day before. That's all we're asking for as part of this partnership. And this account would be 100,000, 200,000 followers. I feel strongly about that. Yeah, the brands need help too. That's what I'm saying. But based on what I know about their licensing deals they made for the physical pops pre-NFTs, they would often say, hey, licensor, here is X amount of dollars for use of your license, period. Or in some cases, here is money up front and we will pay you based on sales as well. But I think the first is more commonplace, meaning if you're working with Dungeons and Dragons, Funko writes them a check for 50 grand or whatever to do this drop. I don't know how much it is, I'm guessing off the top of my head. And then Dungeons and Dragons does not make any more money if they spend any time advertising it. What they don't understand, or they don't care about, or they don't have the bandwidth to handle themselves is what's the long-term play on this. If the Dungeons and Dragons sells out, the drop sells out, they're more likely to do like a Series 3, a Series 4, meaning more money for Dungeons and Dragons. If it doesn't sell out, doesn't look good on the license, and means probably not going to do anything in the future. So you guys know we're right here, but they're not listening, nor do they care. I wish I could serve as kind of a partner and could go into these negotiations and these conversations and go, here's how it can be better. Here's what you need to do. It's like the Twitchy Tides collab fish. If the person isn't pushing for you to buy their fish, then the sales are low compared to other collab fish. 100,000,000%. And you see it with some of them selling well, with others barely selling much at all. So same with these Funko drops. No promotion, low sales, cause the reach isn't higher. Yep, 100%. I'm going personally after 2 packs. That's it. That's my minimum typically to create content here, but also I like take a stab at it. There's a little bit of a lottery, a little bit of an attempt to see what happens. I might pull a Grail. I might pull a Mint #1. I might pull whatever. It gives me a chance at those items. It gives me a little bit more fodder in my account for future seasons of Droppp Arcade. And like I always say, I fully believe in the long-term play of all this. By the way, hey, Curtis and Liz over on YouTube. The long-term play in this for me is not necessarily the pops. That's one part of it. A 1-of-1. Yeah, exactly. Here's the revenge. There are some 1-of-1s on this one, by the way. We could pop over to Atomic Hub and look at, oh, by the way, big words of warning. Big words of warning. This is Series 2. If you're watching this and you're jumping, hey, here's the revenge, what's happening? If you're jumping in on this one, be careful. Make sure anytime you're searching, you're looking at Series 2. Don't fall for the Series 1 stuff. Don't buy bundles of NFTs on Atomic Hub. Bundles are a thing. They'll trick you. They'll say there's a grail in there. You'll look and it'll be a grail from Series 1, which does have some value, but probably not what you would spend on it. There are one-of-ones. There's a gold Freddy Funko, a silver Freddy Funko, and a bronze. And here's what it looks like. Oh, I like the giant, like, ghost form. Yeah, that's cool as always. I love these one-of-ones and would love to have one in my collection. But notice the border on the gold is more like the traditional. It's not like the templates that we saw for the rest of the NFTs in this Series 2 drop. Also, isn't that interesting that it's different? I wonder if that was an oversight or done on purpose to mimic the rest of them. Also, be very careful. Let's see if that clown is at it again. So that's D&D Funko. That's the official one, right? It has the little emblem out to the side there, the badge. Here's Dun Drag Funko. If we go, let's do it up here. Dun Drag Funko. Yep. Maybe they caught him because the template says 2, but no NFTs found. So maybe they stopped them before they got too far into it. But somebody made a fake account. Be careful whenever you go to buy stuff on the market, on Atomic Hub, or wherever you go to look. Always go to the filter by collection first, and make sure you pick the one that has the badge out to the side. So D&D Funko, D&D.Funko is the one. If you debate even there, one of the cool ways, one of the easy ways, indicators to make sure it's legit. That didn't bring it up, typing in D&D.Funko, but typing in Dungeon does. That's an interesting search. Look at the number of templates. Typically, these con artists that are out there to take advantage of people will not make all the templates for all the commons, the uncommons, the rares, etc. 141 templates. If we look up pack, you'll see Series 1 pack, Series 2 pack. If we look up legendary, you're going to see them all. Well, not legendary, but yeah, you could filter by legendary. They usually don't go to those links. Just be careful out there. There are people trying to take advantage all the time. I saw Professor Josh pop in. Red Ranger says today is the day for a 101 just feeling. I would love that. I would love that. Red Ranger, I like the royalty more in that gold. Should have done that instead. Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Professor Josh, do you think market sales on wax is way down now the marketplace has become much easier to use and easier for people to understand? Yes, I think the question I'm understanding is wax down in sales, whereas the drop marketplace is up. I think there's been a real transition, and the data's there. I don't remember the numbers, so I'm not going to try to spew them out, but talking to Jasp from Chain Champs, there's definitely been a shift with more of the sales happening on the drop marketplace. It's still missing a trade mechanism, which I don't think they'll ever add. You can still use that on like Atomic Hub and NFT Hive and all those sites. And there's still some activity there. But if you look on like Pop and Stock's website for the like completing a royalty set and it compares the drop marketplace and wax, now 99% of the NFTs are cheaper on the drop marketplace. So yeah, there's been a real shift, Red Ranger said I don't even bother with wax anymore, for Funko at least. I still do because I have a surplus of wax. I built that up and I keep it on purpose. I find myself more and more having to, though, go over and sell a pack that I got extra to get some money, some USDC, which I did this week in advance. I did sell one of the packs of my avatar, so I had some USDC on hand, because nothing's worse than seeing a great deal and not having the USDC for it. And the process, I don't necessarily want to go through of taking a credit card and buying USDC and then transferring it over. A lot easier to just buy some packs and sell them later, in my opinion. It's different for everybody. Maybe you're really tuned in and you've got it all dialed in and it's easy for you to buy that USDC and send it. But okay. Somebody answered the question about how many epics there were, and it was 11. We can verify that here. There's the legendaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And they're almost always all grouped together unless I made some sort of error in making the templates. But that looks right. So cool. We know that. Professor Josh, I check pack sales prices, but individual NFT don't seem to be better prices on. Correct. That's what I was saying. Almost always cheaper. 99% of the time on Droppp now. Droppp Marketplace. It's easier to go to sets than series 2. Yeah, you can do that as well. On a side note, I think I passed by the area where I think Disney Abu Dhabi will be today, and it's an interesting location right next to the major highway and next to SeaWorld. That makes sense then. Disney, like in Florida, they basically at some point own the freeways, the highway system there, and the roads where you're going into like their Disney territory, and that's, you know, they have their own like exits that take you in. So it makes sense it would be close to a major thoroughfare, so they don't have to build more. I'm anxious. We may talk about it later in the stream. We got to get on with the Dungeons and Dragons thing, but I posted a couple of things on Twitter this last week, and we looked at one of the videos here on Friday. But what Disney's doing there, if it all goes through and happens, Brian was telling me over the weekend, because we played golf together, that they've announced parks before and not followed through on it. It was more of they kind of wanted to test it and see where it went, or something fell through. This Disney park, I looked it up, is not owned by Disney. It's very interesting. There's a separate company that has paid Disney for the rights to build the park, and they've got to work with Disney, of course, to stay within certain guidelines or whatever. But will it go through? We'll see. I'm sure there's a lot of money, given the amount of money coming from that part of the world, thrown at Disney, and they were like, we got to. It's a great way to expand the brand, and even though we don't own it, it would be great. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes, but for those of you who weren't here for that video, basically the head of Disney theme parks said that they understand that Generation Alpha is very much in the digital world, and they're all about Fortnite, and they're all about digital skins, and so building that Abu Dhabi park, it's going to be the most technologically advanced park, opening in somewhere between 2030, 2033, and most advanced park digitally that they've ever had, and they're going to be I'm loosely quoting them, but basically they're going to be trying to tie in the digital to the physical worlds of like Fortnite and Disney. And they've got some things coming that's going to make a lot more sense. It's not just about a shoot 'em up game, Fortnite, where you have skins for a character and then going to a park. They're building towards something in the middle that will go both ways. And my hope is that means true digital ownership of these skins that you get and the ability to sell them on a secondary market, to buy and sell, and giving them real value, serious value. Didn't catch your message about FOF. Could you drop it again, please? What's up, Swarty? How are you, baby? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, could you drop it again? I'm sorry I missed it. It's very difficult to go up and find a specific message sometimes. I'm looking now, but chances are I'm not gonna find it easily. Oh, here we go. I did find it. Yesterday, someone opened their FOF Mythic Pack, Festival of Fun. They forgot about pulled a Mint 1, Mythic, and a Gray. I saw that. I think there was a Legendary also. Tanner showed me that. I could not believe it. They forgot, and then they finally opened it. And the good thing is they do still have the Mythic #1, which has its value because it's a #1. Had they redeemed it, they still would have kept the NFT, of course, but had they gotten the token and redeemed it, it wouldn't have meant they got Pop #1. So they still have a Mint #1, but they didn't get the Pop, which is, wow, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, I don't get it, Red Ranger, but we don't know. Family problems, hospital stay, lost passwords, there's a million reasons why they couldn't get in there. Professor Josh, speaking of Fortnite, looking forward to next part of Star Wars mini-season on 5/15. That's Thursday coming out. This mini-season has been fun. Maybe Simpsons mini-season come. Oh, Simpsons, that'd be dope. We finally get to go to Springfield, huh? Yeah, I've enjoyed it as well. I'm with you, bud. All right, let's get back to this drop. Let's get in the queue. Like I always say, it doesn't matter what time you get in there, as long as you get in at least like within the last 5 minutes. You got to get in there by then. We're there. We're in the same area of the queue as everyone else. There's no reason to rush. There's no filter for CAPTCHA. Are you a real person? Nothing like that. That tells me that they don't expect an immediate sellout, that they want to open the floodgates, which I do. I actually remembered Punk. It's right here. Which means they will probably have a $120 spending limit per transaction. So those of you who ask, that's probably going to be helpful. I'm going to open that window, and like I always say, you can open multiple windows. If you're lurking and you're not been here before for these drops and you're getting in today, you can open another window, but make sure that each window that you open has a unique QID. That's the number at the very bottom. I'm highlighting it and unhighlighting it over there. Make sure you have a unique QID. So you can go up to the dots in the corner of Chrome and you can say, hey, open an incognito window. Go back over to digital.funko.com or drop.com and join the queue. It'll ask you to log in. I'm going to do this off screen because I don't want to show any of my information. I don't think it would, but oh wait, that's the wrong login. Xbox McCracken 5. No, that is the right one. I forget what I use on which site. I have an authenticator. If you're not using the two-factor authenticator, authentication, you should. That way, if somebody gets into your account and they try to steal all your NFTs and your USDC, they can't make they can't complete any actions without having the 6-digit authenticator code. I use it religiously. All right, so I logged in on the on this unique browser. And then now if I look at the two windows that I have open, this Q at ID ends in 1D5, and this one ends in 92B. So they're both unique numbers. That's important. Make sure each window has a unique Q at ID. I'm only opening two windows. I'm not concerned about this one selling out in minutes. This gives me a chance to just be chill and wait, and I'll get the packs. And if for some reason I don't get them, not the end of the world. I'm not freaking out. I'm fine. In regards to trading on Droppp Marketplace or DMP, well, it's an unfortunate algorithm as well. It looks like dump. Patrick with Droppp said it's not part of their roadmap. See, I was right. Because there's no money in it for them. When there's a trade, there's zero fees paid to Droppp. So why build out the technology without making any sales unless it's just for the overall benefit of using the marketplace? And I don't think people are going to stop because there's no trades. If you want to do a trade with somebody, you certainly can. If it's not a Droppp exclusive, you can trade that, move that NFT over to your Wax wallet, and you can do a trade there, which I recommend. Don't do trades where I'm just going to send it to you and you just send it to me unless you know that person really well. Use the trade system as the intermediary to make sure that both parties do what they say they're going to do. Don't go out of the system if you don't have to. Is it an extra step or two? Yeah, it requires 10 seconds of your life to transfer it over, and then when you get what you want, transfer it back. If that's your big hurdle, you got different problems. You're the same kind of person that rounds a corner too tight and takes off the front end of a car because you can't just go all the way out and around. You know, that takes so much extra effort. It's disappointing that Droppp cares so little about us. I don't think that's it at all. I think it's a business decision where we have X amount of dollars to spend on creating these things. Building that tool makes us no money. Building this tool makes us money. And you can look at it as they're money hungry or it's a cash grab, as people like to throw around. They are a business, and unless they are making money, they can't keep the lights on to provide us with any services. If they want to just provide an overall better experience, then yes. But I'm more concerned with them keeping the lights on. Pop and Sock says, I don't think a lot of people do trades. Most are selling / buying. It's faster, so a trade feature would be costly just for a small group of people. You worded it better than I did. They don't want trading unless they have fees. That's what I said. They want people to sell and buy. Yep. Walking Miracle says that's a shame because safe trading is so crucial. I agree. Safe trading is crucial. Unless it's a Droppp exclusive, that technology exists. They don't need to rebuild it. I can see both sides on this, but ultimately they're in a position now. I think I don't think Funko's in a good spot. I don't think they're in a good spot at all. Honestly, I'm very concerned about the future of the company. As a stockholder, I'm very concerned. Stock's not doing well. It's way down, and it doesn't look good on them to have multiple rounds of layoffs. And I'm concerned. They've got to focus on keeping the lights on. That's my main concern. As a collector, it should be y'all's as well. Random question from left field. Why does your cartoon, you have such a gray beard? Your beard does not look that. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Jessie Star. Because every time I make something, people point out and say, you didn't put any gray in there. So I leaned into the gray this time. And then at the beginning of the stream, I said, look. Now, to be 1,000,000% fair, that's probably exactly what I look like if I don't put a little something in the beard. This is dark. This gets real gray. I touched that up. I'm not going to lie. He mentioned it at the start. Yeah, exactly. You guys are merciless, so I have to go with the gray. Honestly, I like it, though. I think it looks great. Thank you, Savage. I did not draw this. This is AI. Just to be totally fair, I did draw the logo in the upper left-hand corner. That's the free NFT for today. Any to none. There's a point there in between where you sit. Exactly. Future-proof. Yes, it's future-proof. I will be full gray. My goal in life, should I make it to the ripe old age of 65, 70, which is looking good, I'm going to be a Santa. I've said this many times before. I'm going to be a Santa. I'm going to have to lean into the gray. I got to get there. It'll be more accurate in a year or two. Thanks, Poppin' Stock. Rickin' frickin'. Note for future Sully fan art, add a little gray to beard. There you go. Right, Professor Josh? Lean into the color and grow it. I don't like the gray. It'll be fine one day, but not right now. I'm still holding on. Year or two, 6 months tops. All right, Chuck. All right, Chuck. It's just the stress of Funko NFTs, nothing else. Oh, sure. That's it. I think I aged since I started this streaming. If you fire up my channel and you look at that trailer video, I've aged at least 10 years in the last 5. At least. It had its toll. Everything that went down during COVID, all that, it's had its toll. I blame a big chunk on Funko. Here I am still. Camera adds 5. I wish that were the case. I wish that were the case. All right, down to the last 20 seconds. Here we go. We're going to get in. I'm going to try to get a couple of packs. What's the new graphic? I just was playing around with ChatGPT, and I wanted something to use for some cover images. I wanted to freshen things up a bit. And I saw a really good prompt on Instagram that I liked. And this is part of what came out of that prompt. So I was testing some things. All right, here we go. We're in the queue. This is the actual queue now. It'll tell us how long. In about 15 seconds, it'll tell us how long until it thinks we'll get in. I anticipate 4 minutes or less, probably. Could go higher, though. I'm not concerned. We're going to be fine. It's not like the early days where everything sold out immediately. Yeah, I like it with the cowboy hat a lot, too, right? You need the I'll share it with you for sure. It's very different in the final draft of this. This came as part of that prompt, but I'll happily share it with you. I don't know if I want that. Look, 4 minutes, nailed it. I don't know if I want that kind of thing going on in the stream. I like that some people are really enjoying that. I know Billy plays with that a lot, with his puppets and his different characters. But I just like being me on stream. Quick, call your cards. 1 of 1 in the opening slot, followed by a Grail in that same pack. And then the second pack I give away to the community. If that happens, I got 4 minute, 1 minute. Professor Josh 2-2 right in. Again, if we could make a scale 1 to 10, take all the data how quickly got in, we would see this is not a highly sought after drop. We could probably guess the burn rate based on just those numbers. There you go. Burning backpack pop is here, is ready. Good call. Thank you. Thank you for getting ahead of me on that, helping me out. I need to change that. NU Arcade Blends are live to something else. So I got in on the other tab. I'm going to go through the checkout process and not show you what I got here because I don't want to show you my credit card information. But let's get over on that. Not show that on screen. We'll just go here. Okay, there we go. 5555. 5555. 5555. 5555. Nailed it. Don't use that credit card number, please. 0555 is the expiration. And 555 for the CVS. Easy. Easy peasy. Fill it in with my name ski and my address ski. The city ski. The state ski. And we'll finish this checkout. Get those 2 packs. Anybody confirm $120? I didn't look at the limit. Pay now. Get them packs. That's why it was Red Ranger. Yeah, it wasn't 5 before. It's Georgia confirms 120. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you for confirming. All right, got my packs. You guys seem to have such luck going right in, so I'm just gonna go back over to. Oh yeah, go to Droppp. There's my email receipt. Go to here. There we go. We got our 2 packs. You can see it here when I push that button. Don't have any cool mint numbers per se. I'm going to start with the high number. We're going to jump right in. What happens if I... No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Mint 13, 222 out of 15,000. Interesting that there's a no, don't open there. Like, you could just go back. Let's go. Everybody wish me luck, please. I got the Burning Flame pack right here for good luck. Here we go. We're going to crack this pack in 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah. Fire, fire, fire. All right. Cool backer. It matches the art on the front in that new design. I like that. Let's go. First one out of the gate. Could it be a 101? It is not. It's a common Freddy Funko as Strongheart 7627. I don't see any TMs in there. They put the legal down at the bottom real tiny. God bless them. All right, next up, Uncommon Displacer Beast 3934. Look at that art. Man, that's angry art. Good to see they use the extra time for some more fun. No TM, says Here the Revenge. Nice animation, says Professor Josh. Waiting for the Grail, says Python25. I like that. How about a common Huiblix? I know that's not how you pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it. 6151. Uncommon Bahamut 3611. That's cool looking. I like that glittery dust, spacey feel. Uncommon Bahamut 1201. Hey, thank you, Tanner. Uncommon Freddy Funko is Strongheart 3665. So far, this is not treating me good, but you never know what's going to happen. We got 17 cards on this one. Maybe a bonus at the end. Common Displacer Beast 5771. Come on, epic or better. Let's give the pack some love. Our Burning April Fool's pack. Uncommon Bahamut 3066. Uncommon Pseudo Dragon 1363. Come on, baby. Where are those legendaries and grails? Common Displacer Beast 8341. Rare. We finally got into rare territory. Bahamut 3236. Hey, legendary Death Tyrant! Let's go! That pack paid off. Number 304. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love the gold border. It's excellent. I'm excited about that pop. What a fun mold. Finally. Not finally. That's what you're hoping for, is legendary or better, really, in these packs. All right. How about a rare Pseudo Dragon 2201? An uncommon Freddy Funko as Strongheart 4381. Oh! Yes! Woo! Orcus Grail 103! I got a great pack, a legendary and a grail. That hasn't happened, like, maybe? I don't think it's ever happened to me. A legendary and a grail in pack 1. Let's freaking go. Woo! Haha, Mellow25, thank you. Holy shnikes. I got the pack you want. That's the one. Wow, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I thought once the legendary happened, we're done. Nope, there's the grail. Come on. The only thing that makes this better is a 1-1 bonus at the end. If that happens, I'm giving away the other pack, hands down, no problem. Let's go. Wow. Holy shnikes. Rare gelatinous cube with Dracolich. I'm sure that's not right. Number 2502. I love, look at the bottom left corner. It is the gelatinous cube in a purple. I thought it always came in a green. I didn't realize it was a purple too. With the Dracolich inside. Thank you, Puzzle Puzzler. Thank you, Midnight Twin. Thank you, Clint Crockett. Don't be greedy. Well, that's why I'll pay it forward if they're okay. No bonus. Last one is a rare Bahamut 1998. That's the pack you pray for right there. That is the pack you pray for. Wow. Wow. All right, let's do something unique. Let's do something different. In the past, I have given away the contents of some of the packs. I just had a monumentally amazing pack. However, me just giving away a whole pack financially doesn't work great for me, but I would like to give you guys the chance to win something from the pack. So how can we do this? I want to give you a chance where if I like pull a legendary, let's say, and you get 2 digits of the number right, you would get it. But I don't have any way to track that. How can I do this? I'm thinking about it. I love to make up games on the fly, but you gotta have something, you gotta have tracking mechanisms. Double legendary in your first pack. Let's go, Tanner. All right, let's do this. Let's play, let's do a giveaway utilizing the, I haven't done this in a while, so let me go over here. We're gonna go to Stream Elements, and I'm gonna use the giveaway system in here. And let's give away some slots. Here's what I'll do. I'm thinking this out on the fly. I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far, right? Let's do this. I'm gonna give away 5 slots of this premium pack. And if that slot has a legendary or a grail, it's yours. You get it. Period. Done. Game over. I'm fair. But I want to give you 5 of you a chance to get one of the slots in here, and I'll keep the other 12 for myself. I think that's fair. So let's call this a D&D pack slot giveaway. You name the slot, and the NFT is yours. Okay. Okay, so to keep this fair, and because it makes sense, and I'm trying to make sure I make money on this channel, we're gonna do subscribers only. So, and I'll wait a few minutes. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can right now. Remember, you could do it from a desktop for like $5.99, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your account and get a free sub that you can apply right here. For those of you who are already subbing, who have resubbed, you're in, you're golden. If you have not subbed to the channel, if you have not used your Amazon Prime and you want to use that, now's your slot. I'll give you guys a few minutes before we open the sub. Like, let's do 5 minutes. We'll get this going at 11:15. It's 11:10 by my clock right now. If you can afford to, of course. You don't have to. You're good. You don't have to. But this will be for subscribers only, and I'm going to make it a nice minimal cost of 10 points to get a ticket. Maximum of 1 ticket per person, just to keep it nice and balanced and easy. Thank you, Walker. Yeah, I'm trying, and I'm trying to keep it fair, right? Like, I don't think I'm asking a lot for the content that I provide for a subscription, and to be fair, I only get a portion of that. But yeah, this is going to be for subscribers only. Gonna do we'll pick 5 winners. Each one of you will get to pick a number. If 2 of you overlap, whoever picked the number first, based on the order of the winners picked, you just have to pick another one if somebody already picked your slot number. I opened 5 packs, got a pseudo dragon in the same pack, got the mimic and Orcus. Wow, that was a great pack. Cracknack Nork, hope you're doing well. Midnight Twin, what's going down, brother? How are you? I guess it's not moving the needle for the giveaway. So, all right, but we won't even go to 11:15. I'll give you guys one more minute. This is your chance to subscribe to the channel for a chance to be able to enter. And then for everyone who's subscribed, you're just gonna have to spend 10 Sully bucks on one ticket to get in. We'll go through, we'll pick the 5 names. Whoever's first, you'll give me a slot number. I'll jot that down so we have the information. And I'll need the slot number and your wallet. It can be a .dp or a .wham, wax wallet, your call. By the way, I did close Discord before starting. I haven't started yet, gang. I was waiting on. We're gonna give it another minute before I launched it. I closed Discord completely before launching the stream today, and so far, no problems. Remember those crazy problems we had last week? So we'll winner, name, slot, and wallet. We'll put that over here. Okay. All right. Countdown. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, this is to start the giveaway. 2, 1. Now we're starting the giveaway. For anyone that's subscribed, now Jasp is the first one in. You can buy 1 ticket with 10 of your Sully bucks. Everybody has Sully bucks, so you shouldn't have a problem. Just exclamation point ticket or exclamation point enter. No additional information needed. Falconer just subscribed. Thank you, Falconer. Hopefully you got in before the buzzer. If you didn't, if it won't let you buy a ticket, Falconer, you let me know and I'll put you down for a ticket. I know you're good for the points. So you let me know. I don't know how we'll do that. How would I get your name in there? Can I add you? I don't think I can add you. Dang it, Falconer. I don't think I can add you after the fact. I don't think there's a way to do that. Sorry, bro. Sorry about that. I tried to give time. Nobody seemed to say anything, so my bad. Share thing? Oh, I got you. In the chat. Okay, good. So you're good if you want to buy a ticket. I'm looking, but I don't see your name. Are you going to get a ticket on this, Falconer? Justin Clayton, does Tanner ever not have amazing pack? I mean, I've been saying that. He has been tearing it up lately. Tearing it up. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes on the clock. We're just at the halfway mark right now. I'll move this over to where... No, don't do that. I'll move this over here temporarily so you guys can see it. That'll be a reminder to people that something's going down. There you go. Professor Josh is in. Yep, I see you. You got a ticket. You're golden. When it says failed to enter giveaway, too many tickets, that means you are in, right? Nadu, I don't know what that means. I know you typed a bunch of stuff after your ticket, so I don't know if that messed it up or not. Let's see. I'm refreshing. Yeah, you're in. Okay. For whatever reason, the stream elements will not show the full list of people who entered. I refresh and it'll show a list that goes away after a few seconds. It's weird. But I was able to see your name, so you're in. Tanner, 4 packs, 4 legendaries, no grail, but I only wanted the legs anyway. Just need to buy a mimic now. Good day. Not bad, Tanner. Not bad at all. You are, man, go over to Stake and throw some money down. I hope so because I didn't get a response the first time, says Punk. You're in. Find another pack at 2 a.m. and we know you'll get a grail, right? Totally true, Jason. He does have that luck. What are we finding for you, Monster Pete? The list looks like actually holding this time. Maybe they changed things. Monster Pete's on the list. I got Mock and Lazarus. Oh, by 10 seconds, by the way, to enter. Falconer, Red Ranger, Misty, Savage, Jason, Monster Pete, Molly Whop, Professor Josh, Walking Miracle, Fourth Curator, Clint Crockett, Cutie Beck, Cal Laird, a lot of Kakez sounds, Nadu 6, Punk, Geek Drifter, A Trail D&D, Hear the Revenge, and Jasp. All right, we're going to close it down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those of you who got in, you got a 1 in 4, 25% chance of getting your name on this list. I'm going to take this over to the side so we can show the spreadsheet. We'll put in the winner names. When I call your name, I need from you the slot number that you want. So from 1 to 17, you will not get the bonus. That's for me. You tell me a number between 1 and 17, and that'll be your slot. If it's already been chosen by a person who won before, you'll have to give me a different slot. It's big as day on the screen. You can easily see it. I also need your wallet. That can be your .wham wallet, your wax wallet, or your .dp. .dp would be easier in this case, but whatever you want to do is fine. All right, here we go. Drum roll in the chat. You guys are already doing it. Let's get some more drum rolls going. I'm going to pick our first winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our first winner is Red Ranger. Let's go. I need your, I need the slot number you want and your wallet. That doesn't matter. All right, Red Ranger. TB420 resubscribe with Prime, 47 months. I hear it. Thank you, Red Ranger. All right, Red Ranger. I'm sorry. Thank you, TB420. Red Ranger, where you at? Did I get a number from you? You're paying attention, right? Slot 5. Oh, Red Ranger. Look at you, Pikachu, going right at me. UCX 3I.C.Win. Okay. Can I cannot work on a spreadsheet without fixing this kind of stuff. Where is the... There. Wow, those buttons are large. All right. Red Ranger's up. Slot 5 is now officially taken. Let's draw another winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our second winner is Savage. And her name is Savage. By the way, I didn't get to say it to everybody. I didn't put it on Twitter, but to any moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Hope everybody had a wonderful day on Sunday. Red Ranger, you hope, right? Misty says congrats. Nadu says congrats to Savage. Slot number and your wallet, please. Slot 3 for Savage and a wallet, which she's smartly putting in another message. That way it's easier for me to copy and paste. Which slot do you want? 1 through 17. Slot 5 is taken. Oh, you already got that with 3. So I just need your wallet. Just need Savage's wallet. While she's doing that, we'll go ahead and pick our next winner. She's going to draw in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our third winner is a Curator. Savage, where's that wallet? Did I miss it? Fourth Curator says slot 6. I also need your wallet, sir. There you go. Good job, Curator.dp. Thank you for being on top of it. Appreciate you. All right, we're still waiting on Savage wallet. I'm sorry if I missed it, but I've not seen it in chat. You're getting it? Okay, Savage. Sounds good. Slot 4. We're picking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our winner is Malehwapt. Malehwapt. There you go. I need the slot number you want. 1 through 17. 5, 3, and 6 are taken. And your wallet, please. Malehwapt. 15. All right, our first double-digit number. And I'm going to copy and paste that. Fajig4.dp is what it looks like. Be careful not to accidentally curse. Fajig4.dp. Just rolls off the tongue. All right. We got one more slot left. We're going to pick that final winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our final winner is Monster Pete. Monster Pete 1. Slot number and your wallet, please, Monster Pete. Red Ranger says my backup was 12 for future reference when I missed the grail pulled there. Ouch. Monster Pete says 4, and Monster Pete, I also need your wallet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. MonsterP.dp. All right, so we just need Savage's. Savage. 28 spelled out. .dp. That's cool. I like that because you're 28 and Savage is 2-8. Pretty cool. Okay, we're all set then. I'll move that to the side and we'll get to the pack opening. Let me resize that slightly. It's a little large. Okay, here we go. Let's get to this next pack opening. I hope somebody pulls something great in this one. I can't believe Grail and Legendary in the first freaking pack opening. That's like the best start I think I've ever had. Even though I didn't win this round, I like this method of winner picking. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it, Walking Miracle. Anyone have a status on the drop? Yeah, that'd be good. How many packs we got left? Where are we at? We're gonna pick this. We're gonna open this pack. Slots 3, 4, 5, 6, and 15. That's interesting. There's a nice little range there. 3, 4, 5, 6. That could be where the magic happens. We'll see. We're gonna open this pack. A little drum roll for our winners. Open it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There are currently 14,000 standard and 7,000 premium left. Ooh, not looking good. Yeah, for those of you who didn't get to participate, do you have your number? Be interesting to see how you would have done had you been a subscriber and gotten one of the tickets. All right, first up, here we go. Slot 1 or bonus slot at the beginning. Either way, it's mine. Let's see what I got. Common Owlbear. The Owlbear is back. Interesting. I didn't realize they did that character for this one. So that's slot 1. Slot 2. Common Freddy Funko as Strongheart, 63.25. All right, here's our first winner. Savage wanted slot 3. Oh, let me put NFT and mint number for my columns here. All right, Savage is up first. Slot 3. This one's hers. This one's for Savage. Drum roll for Savage if you want. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hey, it's a rare. Not bad, Savage. A rare Pseudo-Dragon. Mint number 1209. Got it. All right, wasn't legendary or grail, but congratulations, little something for your collection. Rare, just like my hamburger. Ooh, no, don't do that. That's dangerous. Hoot at the gym. Yeah, totally, Natty. All right, slot 4. This one's for Monster Pete. Monster Pete. Little drum roll for Monster Pete. Here we go in 5, 4. Hey, what's up, Las Vegas Ape? Good. Yeah, Pop Paragon got back and said he's down too. So I'll start putting that together here soon. Got a lot going on this week, but I want to find time to do it, and I'll pitch it to you guys before I submit it. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slot 4 going to Monster Pete. He's getting a common Bahamut. I don't know. It just sounds fun. 11.98. All right, gotcha. Sorry, no redeemable, but still, hey, a prize. A prize is a prize is a thing. It's a free. Slot 5, Red Ranger playing dirty. Grab my slot number. This one's, if this turns out to be a grail, I'm gonna really laugh hard at that. But you're gonna get it. Red Ranger, this one's for you in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, it didn't work out for you. Uncommon Owlbear number 1161. Okay, that just leaves 4th Curator with slot 6, Mollywop with slot 15. The rest are mine. But here we go for 4th Curator. This one's for you, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome. Monster Pete, Red Ranger, absolutely. Free is free is free. Exactly. And as Priscilla has told us many times, that's what people get most frustrated over. So I will be distributing these right after the stream today, but just FYI. That's what people get most pissed over. It's very interesting. For 4th Curator, here we go. Slot 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That little hue of purple threw me for a second, and I hoped for you, my friend. Uncommon. Cube. Gelatinous, I'll just gel cube with Dracolich. 3405. Okay, that just leaves slot 15 for Mollywop. It's going to be a minute before we get there. That was slot 6. Let's go. You're welcome, 4th Curator. Let's go slot 7 for me. Uncommon Displacer Beast, 4660. All right. How about slot 8? Common Owlbear, 3357. It has 5 and 7 at the end. That's good. That's good. How about slot 9? Epic. Is that my first epic? Can't believe a Grail and a Legendary before an epic. That's crazy. Epic Orcus is the epic. That was slot 9. Let's go slot 10. Another epic. Freddy Funko as Strongheart, 212. That was slot 10. How about slot 11? Somebody said they would have picked 11. Ah, yes! Another legendary! The Huiblix. I know it's not how you pronounce it, but I love it. Yeah, baby, let's go. Slot 11. What luck out of 2 packs. I can't believe it. Who would have picked 11? Would you have picked... Red Ranger said 12 was your backup. It's going to be the next slot, but I cannot believe a Grail and 2 legendaries out of 2 packs. I'm definitely retiring from this drop right after this. That was slot 11. Next up is slot 12. Uncommon Bahamut 5911. All right. Slot 13 is next. And another epic, number 538. A legendary and 3 epics already? What the frickin' what? Slot 14 is next. Common Freddy Funko is Strongheart 2816. Now it's Molly Wop's turn. Oh, savage. Dang dangle. All right, next up, Molly Wop, this is yours. Slot 15. Best of luck to you. Ah, man, y'all threaded the needle in the wrong way. Common Owlbear 5142. I accidentally typed Owlbert, and now I want somebody to name their kid Owlbert. Owlbert. All right, so those were our 5 slots. Congratulations to our winners. We still got 2 more for me and a possible bonus. Could be that 1-1. If it's a 1-1, I'm buying another legendary pack, and we're giving the whole thing away. Or not legendary, another premium pack, and we're giving the whole thing away. It'll be a freaking party up in here. All right, here we go. Albert Ennestein. All right, here we go. Slot 16. A rare Demigorgon. That's a cool looking NFT. 2223 out of 4,000. That leaves 1 slot left, but possibly a bonus. Let's go. Slot 17, that final spot luck. An uncommon Bahamut 2095. View all means no bonus slot, no coin for me, but I couldn't be happier. This was a great day for opening 2 packs. And now when we go back and take a look at the Dungeons & Dragons Series 2, look at that. A Grail and 2 legendaries on my set. I'm quite pleased. The market is not open yet, so we don't have any values on these, but ding dang ol' if that ain't, holy moly. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And 3 epics, different epics, 1, 2, 3 out of the 11 needed. So when the time comes, again, I'm taking a different approach today. Thank you, Linder. Thank you, Savage. I'm taking a different approach today. I'm not chasing these epics unless they get down to like 2 or 250. Otherwise, I'm going to wait. Based on sentiment around the packs, what I'm hearing from other fans, collectors, and their thought on the royalty, plus the fact that over the last few drops, we have seen a sharp decline in the later hours of day 1, 24 hours later, 48 hours later. It could backfire, but I'm trying to use the data at hand to make smart decisions. So I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see how these goes. We're still going to look at them. But I'm going to wait and see how it goes. So now, legendaries, I'm missing the Mimic, which I would like, and the Pseudo Dragon. My strategy is to sell my redeemables when DMP opens. Rarely gone wrong, but we never know. Still 19,000 total packs for sale. So I hope for a burn on this one, honestly. I would love to see a 50-60% burn, because then I'm sitting on one of the rarest grails ever. And this will be, these will have the new numbering. So if only 279 grails are actually redeemed and sent out, the number on the sticker will say 279. That's exciting when you're lucky enough to pull a grail or legendary to watch a big burn. It's going to be interesting to see how the day plays out, for sure. Yeah, the new numbering is important here. It's a shame that the Always Sunny was not numbered in that way, because I got the grail from that one, and that one's a pretty rare grail. It ended up at... Even now, the NFT itself was worth $15, which you're lucky if a Ultra ever gets to 15 or holds that value, and we've seen some legendaries get there. But that's a grail post-redemption. And that one was 396 coins sent out. I don't know how many were actually redeemed. We could be looking at a 390 piece pop. Misty says the Grail listed at $4.99. Does that mean the market just opened? Are you talking about Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, the market is open now. So interestingly, standard packs at $11, premium packs at $34.98. I bet that number comes down per the credits we were talking about earlier. The Grail listed at $4.98. You know, I should list it. I should list it just to test. What do you think? Should I list? Well, okay, it already dropped to $4.45. Any sales? No sales yet. I don't know. I'm debating. Would I happily take $400 in USDC for this Grail that I don't necessarily care about? Or do I wait it out and see? I don't know. Do I wait it out and see? Because it could be a very low number. I guess it can't hurt to list it and just see what happens, right? Orcus Grail, already down to $4.20. Let's list it on market for $4.19. While these fools race each other to zero, I'm just gonna go in a little under them. And if it goes down, I can always buy it back and take the difference, right? And there you go, Red Ranger. I don't know, it may not drop. If the pack sales don't do well, and there's a big burn, then we'll see what happens. Could be very valuable, but $4.19 for a pop that I don't know anything about Orcus. Could be something, could be worth getting that cash. By now it's already down to $3.99. Let's see. These people have zero chill. 400, I was off by $1. Zero chill on this market. All they need to do is list it and wait, and we could all possibly potentially benefit. But they're just in such a hurry. They're in such a freaking hurry. I do not understand it. Let's go down to $3.99 and just see. Oh, the lowest listing's $3.99. Let's go to $398.99. This is what they should be doing, but instead they're tripping over each other to give value away. Yeah, if you're having to sell the Grail just to feed the kids, you probably shouldn't have been gambling with packs, is what I'm saying. I'm not judging. Just for me, that's how I would look at it. The market seems high, not for a Grail that can be limited to under 500 pieces for Dungeons and Dragons, not in my opinion. But I guess I'm a little bit more optimistic about what pop value should be at. I'm still amazed by some of the values of some of the ones I have in my collection where I'm like, no. Just dropped to $3.90. I'll play that game for a little while. We can alter these numbers however often we want. Captain America Brave New World stream on Disney Plus on May 28th. I saw on Instagram stories yesterday somebody got the 4K Steelbook. And there's some good bonus scenes and outtakes and stuff. I'm interested to see that stuff. Overall, the movie was okay. I saw it once, that's enough for me. Whereas I want to watch Thunderbolts again immediately. Red Ranger says one epic already at $3. Oh, dang, man. That, yikes. Yeah, look at these numbers. Again, the faith in that, the excitement in that royalty is not good. So it's good for me to kick back and wait and just see what happens. I think these are going to get down to like sub $3. So we'll just wait it out and see what happens. A couple of them actually went up just then, but I don't anticipate them holding. Yeah. I wanted to build a utility, and I haven't gotten back to the project because I have too many projects, too many irons, and too many fires, and I can't figure out which direction to go. I wanted to build a utility that would be like an on-screen tracker of epic values that would go up and down, red and green, depending on, refreshing every few seconds. But I just hadn't got around to it. But I think it'd be really fun to have that because we can't get real-time data here on these. It won't just auto refresh. And too many calls, too many refreshes can get you blocked from the site temporarily, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, like a stock ticker, exactly what I was thinking. But it's so easy to look at this list like right here and then go, okay, let me refresh. Oh yeah, I forgot what those prices were. Did they go up or did they go down? That was $4.20, that was $3.95, so definitely one or two have gone up. But this is still early days, people getting their footing on the site. and the NFTs, and I bet there's probably 0 sales of any of these epics yet. Like if we go to them, nope, there's been some sales. That one's got 3 or 4. That one's got a few. Yeah, so there are some early sales, but those folks that are buying don't necessarily have the data that we have. I can end up wrong, but I think they'll all come down. So I'm just gonna wait it out. Yeah, it's worth the gamble. What I should probably do is let me at least take a screenshot here and see where these at, so I can look back later and go, well, I really I botched it. I really messed up. I'm taking an old man screenshot. Fun Day tickets still available to grab with time slots each day. So they are doing the time slots as I predicted. So if it's like the Funko HQ grand opening, you'll get your time slot. You'll go through, and based on the description they gave the other day, I don't know if it's been updated, if more information is available. You'll have areas of the store that you'll go to, maybe play games, maybe just get exclusives. You'll get to the end. There will probably be, they said something about food, so there'll be a gathering area, and there might be a box of fun. I don't know if it guaranteed anything, but then that's it. You're done, you're out. There's not going to be a giant gathering of thousands of people because they've got a limit for how many people can be in the store at any given time. Universal Go says 150 for a 30-minute time slot. Only 30 minutes? I think an hour would have been much better, yes. So there is officially a box of fun. Random King. Yeah, don't do that. That seems very minimal. You sure that's right, Universal Ghost? Professor Josh says 30 minutes is the start time. Wait, how can 30 minutes be a start time? You mean at the half hour instead of at the hour? It's the staggering of entry. Oh, okay, there we go. They start every 30 minutes. Punk, this is the age-old question. We don't know right away. They'll make a determination, and we'll find out before the day of. I guarantee that. My gut tells me, yes, there will be an online box of fun. I'm willing to bet they will all be the same box of fun, and that the numbering of the items at HQ will not be that much lower, as traditionally they have been in most cases at Fun Days. Could be wrong, but I don't think financially, again, they're having to make financial decisions. I don't think it's in the cards for them to do super low counts. I'm assuming we will walk through rooms, and maybe every 30 minutes we move to the next room and the next group enters to start. That makes some sense. Yep. Online box of fun has been confirmed, says Chuck. Good to know. Professor Josh quoting it, I think here. Yeah, box of fun will be available for purchase on Funko.com, but it will not be the same as the one available on site. Stand corrected. Quest for the Grail experience. So they did spend the money to make special boxes for the event. That's really good. That's really good. I wonder how many total tickets they'll sell. We're probably looking at, I'd guess, at least 3,000. If you can fit 150 people through every 30 minutes and you have 10 slots a day, I'm just grabbing a number out of the air. It could be a lot more. Yeah, you could easily do 2,000 tickets a day. So if you do that, then you could, if it's 3 days, you could have as many as 7,500. I'm just rounding up, and you could have 7,500 boxes of fun there. The event will remind me, like the military, move you through areas like cattle. Yep. Long story today, but I was able to purchase 1 ticket today for Fun Days on Sunday. Fun Days on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. That's dope. That's dope. I hope you have an amazing time, and I hope you get awesome stuff. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. I'm just always thinking about, like, what's Funko looking like? What can we realistically expect at these things? And then if they blow us out of the water and do even better, then great. I think they should be creating amazing experiences for people to enjoy and have a great time. I'm never that guy to be like, well, crap, I can't go, so open sucks. That's not. Indiana Jones Freddy for the in-store event. Or is that a guess or guaranteed, Misty? Is that some sort of leak? Sell each night. That's probably why first night sold out first. Oh, yeah. Now's the time to blow us, which was held by the chat. It was held. They might have more money to play around with since they are holding it at HQ. Okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about it that way. Because they're not spending the money on the venue, and they're using all employee labor, and which they normally do anyway, and volunteers. Okay, so that's a good point. fourth curator, yeah. Or Punk said that. Not major news, but I'm skipping fun days this year. Yeah, same here for me. I was thinking of going, but wanted to go on Saturday, and the time slots I wanted sold out, so no go. No, I didn't think you did, Linder. I thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny that it grabbed those two words. I've never heard anybody say as a like they're mad. I've heard them say me, but I've never said blow us. That's hilarious. I'm gonna start saying that now. Blow us. Wait a minute, did I close the window there? Okay, mark this giveaway as complete. I'll get those NFTs distributed later. Grail down to 250. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm gonna hold out though, because let's see what the burn looks like on this one. I just thought I'd list it for fun and see what happened. Let's look at. So right now, 13,000 standard out of what was 17,000, and 4,900 out of premium, which was at 15,000. Let me see if I can find my handy dandy burn chart. D&D pack. I haven't looked at this in a while. Let's see if I can find it. I think I did it for Harry Potter. Was one of the last ones. Yeah. And I think this is the working sheet. Let's see. So if we go in and we put in the numbers of what was there originally first. Just to make sure. We had 17,000 standard. 15,000 premium. So that's a total of 340,000 NFTs, which is pretty cool. Then legendaries, we had 4 of them at 1,800 a piece. Was that right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then royalty was potentially 2,400. Where did you put that number? I clicked the box and then typed. What's the deal? That's how it works. So total I always put this in here because I think it's an interesting stat, but basically based on the number of packs and the number of NFTs, each time you turn a card, you have a 0.29% chance of pulling a grail. I'll beat the odds on that. Every time you turn a card, you have a 0.53% chance at that particular legendary. Or, and this is a really good number to see, anytime you turn a single card, you have over a 1% chance of pulling any of the legendaries. So 1 out of 100. Over 1 out of 100. You have a chance of pulling a legendary. That's pretty good. So 100 divided by 17, 4, 5? 6 is too much. So 5.5 packs to pull a legendary is the ratio, somewhere in there. Total legendary number is not. Oh, you're right. Why did it not sum? It should be B8 through B11. Good catch. That's very obvious now looking back. 2.12% chance. So now take that to 1 in 50, less than 1 in 50. So you'd only need to open 3 packs. Yeah. 1 in 3 packs get you a legendary. Good catch, Walking Miracle. Thank you. Ghost Cat Joypad, what's happening, baby? How are you now? Another wonderful creator here on Twitch, you guys. If you haven't seen Ghost Cat Joypad, we've rated to him in the past. Sorry, it's been a while, brother. Hope you're doing well. We're just looking at the possible burn rate. So as of right now, this is for the Dungeons and Dragons NFT drop from Funko. If we go back to, where is it? Let's call it 13,000 and 4,900. Right now we'd be at a 43.6% burn. Honestly, I'd be just fine. I'd be fine with them shutting it down right now and bringing my grail down to 1 over like 550 pieces or whatever it would be, somewhere in that ballpark. Ghost Cat says, it's been a minute. I've been super busy grinding out a lot of stuff. Same, man. I've got 5 irons and 52 fires, trying to figure out what next steps, how to grow the channel, how to bring more fun in, how to make some money, of course, is at the top of that list. But I got some fun things brewing. in the NFT world and just in general. And I'm going to be going on Whatnot soon. I'm working through the details of that right now. What I wanted to do, I haven't really talked about much, is I was wanting to do it this afternoon, but it's not going to happen. But sometime this week, I think I have to. I would like to do a Whatnot test stream. But it won't just be a test. It'll be actual live sales, but with you guys in the community who I know have chill and understanding as I work through this and learn about it. And I'm going to be selling some pops in there. I'll make sure you guys know. It'll be by link only. It won't be to the public, so I'll post that like on Twitter, maybe Instagram. I'll try to send it out on the newsletter to let you guys know, hey, I'm going to go live at this time. Here's some pops I'm going to have for sale today. Come on in and bid on them. Honestly, it should mean you can get some really good deals. I'm learning this thing. I've been watching other streams and figuring out how people are doing it, and I have no problem with being live, but there's a lot going on. What's your starting price? What's your shipping? How do you put the stuff up on the list before? Is there pre-bidding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah, it is helpful to have somebody, and I'd love to have Kelly here helping me out, but I think I can handle it. I think I'll be okay. Like, as long as you line up the pops that you're going to sell in advance, and you have them, and you have them listed in the system, then when you sell it, it's all tracked in the system. I don't have to keep a bunch of extra post-it notes and names and stuff like that. I probably will anyway, but again, that's why I want to do the testing first. Now, I don't mind if someone finds the link on my Twitter or Instagram and comes in. What I don't want is the puppy dog energy from the randos that go through, kind of like on TikTok. There's those people that'll just go from whatnot to whatnot to whatnot, and they'll come in. Do you have this? Do you have this? When is this? When are you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? This is how it works on somebody else's stream. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want all that. Somebody who's following me on Twitter will come in and have some chill, and if they don't, they'll get the same message they get here. I don't want to limit it too much, but I want to keep the puppy dog energy out. Okay, so anybody who doesn't have Whatnot already, don't sign up until I put out my link. When I put out my link, if you sign up, you'll get $15 off your first purchase on Whatnot, and I'll get $5 to spend on Whatnot. So if you've never signed up, don't do it yet. Wait till I give you my link. And then, look, you can sign up and never use it if you don't want. But imagine you sign up through my link, and then I sell a pop, and you get it for $20. You're only gonna pay $5 out of pocket. Or hell, maybe, I don't know if you can get something at 15 and get it absolutely for free, but I still get paid off that $15, so it works. So yeah, just hang out and I'll get you guys the link and we'll figure that out. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what pops do I want to sell? What are my graphics look like? I think I'm just gonna go at it from the phone to start, instead of trying to be all fancy with OBS, and then if it works out well, then I'll go to OBS. But I'll be working up towards that this week. And then they're doing a thing called Whatnot Con that starts on Thursday. Ideally, I'd be in there on one of those during that week or weekend. I got to look up the details. But Whatnot's made me a deal. They're going to put me at the top of the page and give me some reduced rates for the first month. So I got to take advantage and jump on it. Very kind of them to reach out. And I know it works to their favor too, because they get a percentage of the stuff, but well, we'll see what happens. I've got a lot of great pops that I need to move, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a glance back at the epics and see what they're doing. Epics. Oh, okay, great. Legendaries. Legendaries, $28.97 for Death Tyrant. This is the lowest asking price, not the value. Weeblix at $27.95, Mimic at $35, and, as someone called, Pseudo Dragon, the best one, at $53.50. I pulled the two least valuable, or least asking price, I guess is a weird way to say it, but the coins at under $1, while this doesn't play into Season 1 of Droppp Arcade, for those of you who have, you know, the patience of anything over a 12-year-old, you could buy that and eventually it's going to have really good value, or theoretically have really good value in Droppp Arcade. So think about that as an investment piece. That's less than most of the coins are going for right now. I think the floor is like $1. As predicted, look at these prices. They have definitely come down just even since I took that photo. Earlier from left to right, it was $4.20, $6, $4.49, $5.75, $4.45, $3.55. Every single one of them has come down $1 or more on average. Yeah, they're really coming down. So I'm gonna wait that out, and I'm gonna get that royalty set, but I'm gonna pay less. Oh, thank you, Miss Fancy Chair. You're too kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had some good luck on the other stuff that you got. All right, I think that went pretty well for today. I'm very happy with my pack opening. I hope you guys, for those of you who did participate, you had some good luck. Congratulations to the winner of the community pack that we opened up. Winners, I will get those distributed. We got the free NFT today. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner. We got a nice sneaky Hoot and Cows play in there, but a Nerds Unite NFT based on Dungeons and Dragons. There will not be blends this week, but I think it's a fun logo nonetheless, and still working in my head for those of you who listen and care and might care about this in the future. All my NFTs will eventually have some value in future projects, and I know that's been not delivered on a lot, but some to this date. I'm really working on a gaming, or making my channel more hours, more gaming, more fun, or making another channel that does that. I'm thinking about sticking it with it all on my channel, but being very obvious of when I'm on or when we're doing the other gaming. There's some cool utilities out there, including Twitchy Tides that can play into this, but it'll be using ScurvyBot, and I want to have at the highest point, at the biggest look at the idea here. Come by my channel, hang out, earn points in the chat from ScurvyBot. And at the during the month, you can buy tickets into giveaways for some really good stuff like Grail Pops. Maybe I'll be giving away that Grail that I just pulled today. Or maybe some stuff from Thrilljoy, or maybe some stuff from Funmaker, some Rockimoto stuff. I don't know. But I want to make it the place where, you know, this community that's already here, plus hopefully some of the collectors from the Funko community and Thrilljoy and et cetera, will want to come in and participate for the chance to win prizes. Yeah, Ghost Cat for sure. Yeah, I've got several ideas, but like in my channel, there would be some boosters. So maybe that booster is if you have this NFT, that's going to get you an extra 10% chance of pulling something when you're digging, or earning more points, or whatever. Or maybe you have an item like this logo in your collection, and that blended with another one becomes the booster. So I might return to these NFTs, and because they're already designed, and say, hey, blend that with a Hoot like we've done in the past, and make the Hoot with shirt on, and now you got a booster. Or blend this, and you get the Hoot and the Cows plate, and that becomes a booster. Similar, but different. To what Twitchy Tides is currently doing. I want to make some twists on the ideas, and I'm open to feedback and ideas. I love that Ghost Cat joypad, very smart. We're already on the same path, but I would love to hear if anybody has ideas on what would make it fun. Then I have to suss that out and go, does that make sense? Long term, does it keep a balance and an economy that makes sense? I got to figure all that out. J Mart says, use my credit for one pack and got a Grail. What? Let's go, J Mart. That's awesome, man. Anything for us diamond hands would be lovely. Absolutely, Walking Miracle. I fully believe in that. For those of you who get the freebies and keep them, for those of you who buy stuff off the market cheap now, I'm hoping to add value to those by making them a bigger part of this upcoming thing I've been thinking about. I've been working on it for 2 or 3 months now, and I've already shifted directions and made some big adjustments several times. So I'm glad I didn't jump in. But I think I'm dialing it in. I had a good brainstorming session with Brian over the weekend, and he really helped me understand some things that I kind of knew. First and foremost, I want to make it simple. I don't want to make it complicated. I want to make it where you can participate at the basic level and have a chance to win prizes. Then if you want to do more stuff, you can. And I want to make that very visibly easy to understand, so that when you drop in the channel, you're not like, huh, what? You know, I don't want that. Darth Wacko, how's drop day going? Oh, man. Come on. I can't believe my luck today, Darth Wacko. I bought 2 premium packs. First pack, Grail and a Legendary. Second pack, Legendary, 3 Epics. All in, doing very well today. The Grail has dropped in value a lot. You could pick it up on the secondary market for pretty cheap right now. But overall, this drop is looking at a 30% blend. Feels fair at this point. We just did some math. If nothing changed in the last few minutes, it would be at a 44% burn. I can recalculate that real quick. Let's see. We're now at still 13,000 and 4,500. It'd be a 41.62% blend if they stopped right now. So given those numbers and remembering that the stickers are going to be adjusted per the actual number of NFTs sent out, we've got the equivalent here. If you look at their new pricing program with the limited pops, got some very rare pops that at a minimum would sell for $75 probably per their current program. I still hold to, and I'm gonna die on this hill. All those pops back there are very limited in quantity compared to anything else Funko's been making outside of Fun Days and the occasional con exclusive. These are the most limited pops that Funko has been making for years, and they're being slept on. Most of these are not worth nearly what they should be worth, but they will be one day. They will get there, assuming Funko stays above water and the collectors continue to collect. People will finally understand this. I did some preliminary research. I've been talking about it on Whatnot, watching a bunch of streams, and one of the most common questions I've seen is, do you have any of the NFT pops? People want to see them. They want to buy them. What does that mean to you? There's demand. It's not being reflected right now in the eBay and Mercari sales. I think it will eventually. I think you got my packs. This is Darth Wacko to Dougie. Dougie did 2 premiums and not even an epic. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Dougie. That's been my luck more often than not. Misty said, Sully, will you post a list of pops you'll be selling pre-whatnot? Yes, I want to do that not only visually in a post, Misty, but good, well executed, and I'm not talking about anybody here. I haven't watched their streams enough to know what they've done, but the best practice is to list the pops within Whatnot and allow pre-bids. So literally, I could take a pop off the shelf there that's worth like $50, say I'm going to be auctioning that starting at $10 or something. You could come in and place a pre-bid. You don't even have to be there when the Whatnot goes down to have that bid accepted. And then if it gets outbid, no harm, no foul on you. You're out, right? You don't spend any money. You don't lose anything. If that pre-bid's accepted and nobody outbids you, you get it. That's the way I understand it. But again, I want to test all this, so I'll put a few pops in, probably do 10 or 20 for this test I want to do. I'm really hoping for tomorrow night, but there's a lot to do between now and then. We'll see how it goes, and you might get some of these pops cheap. I don't think I'm gonna sell any like $1,000 pops in the test, just FYI. But I'm gonna put some good stuff. Darth Wacko, I gotta look it up. I know there's a referral link I can send. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm still learning this platform for sure. I've done more watching to try to understand. Seller Hub maybe would have this link. Spread the word, promote your show. I haven't scheduled it yet. Pre-show, showtime, shipping. No, there's got to be a link in here somewhere. Referrals? That's got to be it. Get new followers with your referral link. Referrals will auto-follow you and see your shows first on the app for 7 days. When they make a purchase, $15 credit will be automatically applied, and I get $5 after their first purchase. Here's the link. So if you have never signed up before, absolutely click this link and sign up for me if you'd be willing. It does request that you put in, at some point, I don't know how quickly, it asks that you put in a credit card. That's not buying anything, that's just getting it ready for when the time comes. I'm working on it, Shepard. I'm working on it. I gotta sell some stuff, and eBay's going way too slow. Better to have the money than the inventory at this point. So I'm gonna be putting some stuff up. I'm not going to do it just like every other Whatnot. I think most of the Whatnots move way too fast, and I know some people are gonna say you gotta move faster if you want to keep eyeballs. I have literally watched some Whatnots where every auction is 10 seconds. I see it and I'm like, maybe it's over. That's it. There's no, they just put it on there, spin it, gone. I ain't trying to sell 400 $3 pops. That's not my plan here. It's going to be slower pace. I'm going to have some auctions each time. I'm sure people will be like, hey, do you have this? I'll go see if I have it and I'll put it up. But most of it, I'll have a predefined list of things. Nice. Please let me know if you have any questions. I have a little knowledge. I mean, I'll take any recommendations you guys have, and that's what I'd like to do. All in best scenario for me would be tomorrow night I'm going to do a test stream, but it'll be live with real auctions for this community. I'll put out the link. You come in. If you buy something, it's a real purchase, but it'll be way more chill than most of them because it won't be live to everyone. Mollywop, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that would be great. Thank you, Walking Miracle. Yeah. Anybody who hasn't signed up, if you'll sign up, you're going to get that $15 off a purchase on your first purchase. There's going to be giveaways. By the way, I failed to mention this. There's going to be giveaways, so I might have some items that I'll say, hey, just enter for the giveaway right now, and you'll win it. No cost to you. I'll ship it to you. No cost to you. Just to have some action going during the streams. So I'll be doing that as well. Yeah, I've got stuff that may not necessarily be pops that would make nice giveaways. So I'll be putting that stuff out there too. I just remembered something. I went to a fair over the weekend because my stepdaughter Macy, she was performing, doing some aerial outdoor, which was cool. It's big, like A-frame. It's like 4 posts, but basically an A-frame with the aerial silks hanging from 30, 40 feet in the air, and she did a performance outside, which was really cool because she performs indoors, never outside. We went to this. They had. Oh, here we go with the problems again. It's Chrome. Hopefully everybody's still here. So it's not, it wasn't Discord. It's Chrome. Discord didn't just fire back up, but what is this? BlueStacks? What the frick is BlueStacks? I didn't turn that on. That's what it is. I gotta figure out what BlueStacks is. Anybody heard of that before? Let me Google that real quick. Because that is not something I remember installing. I did install this. It's an emulator for Android and stuff. I'm gonna make a post note to uninstall that because I couldn't use it ultimately. It's still doing something wonky. I hope it doesn't freeze again. We made it a lot longer this time than we did last time. Anyway, we were at this fair thing. They all the and selling them, and I posted it to Twitter. I guess I can just show it there. But found this really cool table where she was making these crocheted figures, if you will. Han Solo, Stay Puffed. Really cool stuff.